Well, hey, welcome back, my friend. Today, we're going to continue discussing the brand collab secrets, specifically on how to negotiate with brands for your business so that you can make it profitable and worth your time. So, whether you're new to this whole working with brands thing or you're a seasoned pro looking to refine your approach, then this episode is for you. So, listen in and find out how you can tap in to the marketing budgets of these big brands that you work with every single day. Hello, my creative friend. Welcome to Creatives on Fire. Are you oh so tired of the constant struggle to keep up on social media? Do you wish you had more time freedom to actually be creative? Well, listen, I'm Melanie Ferguson, a creative business coach and multi six figure online creative business owner who's made so many mistakes growing my blog and social media to hundreds of thousands of followers, only to look up and have very little to show for it. Once I put my head down and added a few key systems and strategies, everything changed for me. In this podcast, I'll be sharing my proven systems and shortcuts, turning those followers into paying customers. So if you're ready, let's take your online business to the next level and leave all the overwhelm behind. Welcome back, my friend. Let's dive into today's episode. I'm so excited because it is about my favorite topic, which is negotiation. All right. So, in my past, I was in real estate for 25 years. And so, negotiating was a key part of my daily efforts. So, I feel very qualified to share these ideas with you and call them brand collab secrets. I also have collaborated with multiple brands on budgets anywhere from product only to several thousands of dollars for a project. So I'm excited to dive in and share these secrets with you. Let's talk about how you can position yourself for success and ensure that every brand deal you enter into is a win win. All right. So the first step in anything is going to be to start with your mindset. Understand your worth. You need to recognize your value, my friend. I cannot express how important this is. This will put you in the perfect position to win. I hate to say the word win, but to be in the best position for any negotiation that you enter into. So it's not just about your follower count. Hear me out. It's not just about your follower count. Yes, that matters a little bit, but it's also the engagement that you have with your audience, the quality of your content. Is it crisp? Is it clean? Is it what they're looking for? And the trust that you've built with your audience that brands are buying into. So, how do you quantify this? How do you decide what that's worth? Well, I want you to start by gathering data on your engagement rates. This is in all your social medias and also in Google Analytics for your blog. I want you to get your audience's demographics. You should totally already know that. If you don't, take a minute right now and figure it out. I want you to take action on this. This is how, in the day and age of Google Gate, which I think is what a lot of people are calling it, and things where um, content is just ever evolving and changing so quickly that we have to bulletproof, for better lack of a word, our businesses so that we are here for the long haul. Because I don't know about you, but I really like working in my pajamas. So, we're going to start by getting our audience demographics, knowing our engagement rates, and getting examples, if you have them, of successful past partnerships. These are going to be what you're going to need to prove to a brand that you're worthy of their investment. So remember, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to negotiating. You want to come from a place of knowledge. You don't want to be put on the spot where they're like, hey, what's your engagement rate over on XYZ platform? Because that's where we do all of our content. And you're just like, I don't know. I don't want to tell them wrong. And then they go look it up and it's wrong. And so always have those numbers with you. That is super easy when you're following along in my content creators planner. If you have not grabbed yours, grab it. It's never too late to get started. It is an amazing tool. Let me tell you a little bit about it. Hey, Melanie Ferguson here. I have created a content planner for creatives that's unique to content creators. It's a 52-week planning guide and calendar designed to help you manage your time, help you stay organized, consistent, and really just know what to do and when. From planning your content to making sure you're on track every single week, this planner allows you to focus on what matters most for your business. So, if you're looking for a way to keep all of your things organized, be able to be ahead of the game, and know exactly what to do and when, check it out at creativesonfirepodcast.com/planner. That's creativesonfirepodcast.com/planner. Okay. So if you have your content planner, you're going to want to keep up every single month with those social stats and your blog stats so that you know your numbers when it comes to working with brands. So you have your top brands on your sticky notes, you're reaching out to them strategically, and you are getting into their the person that you need to speak with about collaborations. And now you're going to go on to step 2, which is negotiating. So you've got the brand's attention and the correct decision making person. And here's where the fun begins. The best way to get started is just to ask questions. You really want to get clear on what the brand's looking for so that you can make this whole thing work. So, what are their objectives? This is key. Without knowing exactly what a brand's looking for, it's impossible to know how to meet and especially how to exceed their needs. You want to ask them, hey, listen, what's the most important metric you are using to gauge the success of this campaign? That warrants me repeating because this is such an important question for you to ask, whether you're doing this on email or on messaging. You need to find out what's the most important metric you are using to gauge the success of this campaign. And that's how you'll know if you did a good job, my friend. Now, for them, it may be reach, it could be engagement, or it may be just that they want great images or video footage to use for their own purposes. Once you know this, you can figure out how you can exceed their desires. All right. Now, negotiating is about finding common ground. So you're going to want to do your best to never be the first person to offer up numbers. It's so hard. I know. You're going to want to first find out what their budget is for the project and then decide if it works for you and if it fits into the scope of what you're wanting to deliver. If what they want to offer you is super low or they won't even give you a number at all to work with, I want you to offer to put together a few different packages for them to choose from. So you're going to create a low end, a mid range, and a the works package. Something that is a win win for both parties. And it's really smart to do this ahead of time. Before you even know which brand you're working with, I want you to have this put together. This is like your homework. Um, so remember to make it work for you. So on the low end, where they have a small budget, you're going to want to put in things that are super simple for you. And also, like top secret, it's usually things I'm already going to do anyway for my own content. And I'm like, well, I have no problem adding their name to this. And so that would be a low end. Mid range, maybe you're like, I'll do something specific for the brand. I wasn't necessarily going to be creating this, but I'll do it for them specifically for this price. Or the works, where you create a package that you are including things you would have already done anyway, things you're doing special for them, and add in a few bonuses. Maybe that's, ooh, and I'll email it out to my list of XYZ numbers. Or, oh, and I'll put it in my stories more than once. Um, so think of things that you can do to create a different package based on a different rate from the brand. And remember, at the end of the day, it's okay to walk away if the deal's not good enough or it doesn't feel right. Listen, trust me from experience. The worst thing you can do is take a brand deal and then be bitter or disappointed in yourself or frustrated because you're over here spending hours creating this content that is being directed by another company that is not going to be as profitable as you need it to be for your time. All right. So the best negotiations are the ones that result in both parties feeling super excited to work with each other and valued. Okay. You need to feel valued for what it is you are offering. And speaking of value, I'm getting to the last part, which is the topic of paid versus free. So, paid deals versus free product. Now, the best way for you to begin a relationship with a brand that claims they can only offer product only collabs is to set your clear boundaries up front. So there will be companies who will tell you that they only offer product only collaborations. And maybe they're saying at first or for now. But believe me, they have a marketing budget and they're paying someone. And that's good reconnaissance for you. If you get uh, ahead of the game and you have your sticky note, I want you to go to those top 7 brands and all of their accounts and make sure that you see other collaborations going on. That is a ding, 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 a key factor in knowing that they are a great partner to go after. All right. But if you've got this free one on your hands and you really wanted to work with this brand or get your foot in the door, um, it's a brand you've never worked with, or if you're maybe just brand new to getting brand deals and you really are eager and hungry and willing to work for product only, or maybe they're offering a huge product like your entire kitchen cabinets, or maybe it's some like a house full of amazing rugs. I don't ever know, but if it's product only, you want to make sure to communicate your boundaries up front. Let them know that you appreciate product collaborations, but you're actually focused on paid collaborations so that you can create long term partnerships with people. But you want to make this a win win for them. So you'll do this initial quote unquote try each other out campaign for product only in exchange for a testimonial to add to your media kit. So I said, quote unquote, I try each other out. So basically, you want them to feel like you're trying them out as much as they think they're trying you out. And they're going to get content, you're going to get product, but you'd also like to tack on that little extra ask. Hey, if everything goes well, I would absolutely love to request a testimonial when we have completed the project or the campaign. And they're not going to say no. In fact, you're going to type up what it is you want it to say. So it's super convenient for you to email it over and say, hey, do you approve this? And they say yes, and you're good to go. And it's something to the fact that it was so lovely working with Melanie on this campaign. She over delivered what was promised, and we would be excited to work with her again. Something to that nature, right? You just want it to sound good and something that you can put out there either on your media kit or on your website for other brands and new brands to see. All right, you want to develop a clear pricing structure so that for each of your different types of content, so that you can prove when they come to you with free product your value. So don't shy away from sharing numbers and the return on the investment using metrics from either previous campaigns you've done or using your social metrics or your blog metrics, whatever you need to do. Just remember always, 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 when it comes to negotiating, remain professional. You want to always come out smelling like a rose and on the high end, right? From your initial pitch to the client to your final content delivery and follow up. You want to show them that you're worthy of their financial investment. All right, my friend, as we wrap up today's episode, I want you to remember to value your work, value your brand, value your audience, if nothing else, and then negotiate for a win win.
Always keep both parties in mind, and then effectively communicate what you have to offer to brands so that you can find success. All right, keep working on your pitch, build up those brand testimonials that we talked about. Be strategic with what you accept and what you don't accept, and never underestimate what you and your audience bring to the negotiation table. All right. So next week, we are going to continue this Brand Collab Secret series with the actual creation and delivery of the assets for the brand. So I want to teach you how to package your content to create the most value. This is important because I think that once you get each of these episodes and wrap your brain around it as like the whole picture, you're going to be filled with the confidence that you need to start with that initial episode, which was just even writing down the brands that you want to go after, and then pitching them, and now negotiating with them, and then next week creating for them. All right. So until next time, my friends, stay creative.
Thank you so much, my friend, for tuning in each and every week. If you learned something new or were inspired from today's episode, I would be incredibly grateful if you would take a minute and just leave a review. Bonus points if you share this episode by screenshotting it and tagging me on social at Creatives on Fire Podcast. I'll share you in my stories when you do. In the meantime, keep rocking your business, and don't forget, no one else will ever be you. And that is your creative superpower.